Hi everybody, this is Gabriel Shahin, Certified Financial Planner and President of Falcon Wealth Planning. Today I'm going to talk to you about the difference of a mutual fund and an ETF. Taking a look here, you want to understand a mutual fund is really designed for active management. There are some passively managed and indexed mutual funds that are out there, but really if that's the case, an ETF makes more sense than ever. With that being said, but let's focus on an actively traded mutual fund. What that means is there's a portfolio manager there that thinks and says that they can buy or sell better than the index itself. So they are choosing stocks they feel are going to do better than there are in already the index. So the example is the large cap fund versus the S&P 500, which is a large cap index. So as you can see here, there's a bunch of different stocks in here. Maybe the portfolio manager decides to exclude certain ones or to invest heavily more in other holdings than other. Versus the S&P 500 is just going to hold all 500 companies in the S&P 500. That's it. And the same percentage weighting in all 500. It's as simple as that. Now the interesting part is when you want to know why active managers have consistently failed to outperform indexes, a lot of it has to do with the fees associated with it, where maybe the average fee is 1% for this large mutual fund, large cap mutual fund, and 0.2% for an ETF or lower. And there's also turnover costs inside of there. Let's just say people want to get their money out. The portfolio manager has to sell certain things in the portfolio to get the money for the investor. And so, unlike an ETF where it would be equally distributed, well, in a mutual fund, that's not the case. And so you have to know that the turnover on volatile years like a 2021 or like a 2020 and 2022, these could cause for high turnovers, which are increased costs that help or that hurt the return of the portfolio. So when you look, the total cost could come out to roughly 1.5% versus 0.2. That's roughly 8 times more expensive than the index direct through ETF, which is why they've historically outperformed, where you start stretching it over 30-year period on performance, where over 95% of active managers fail to beat the underlying index. There's another few items, and that is a mutual fund can only trade once a day. Well, there's times it's extremely volatile throughout the day, but you have to wait till the end of day to trade a mutual fund. An ETF trades as a stock. Remember, they're both baskets of stocks, folks. They both hold baskets of different investments. You don't want to buy 500 stocks yourself, so the index will do it for you, and even a stock will, or the mutual fund active managed will. But the benefit is with an ETF, you could trade intra-quarter throughout the day where you can get in and out, which makes it much more beneficial depending on your situation. Hopefully this is helpful. I haven't went over taxes yet, which is huge, which I'll talk about in a later video. If you have any questions, please reach out below.